خوبه که تو دل بستی به این عشق، توی آخه بهترین عشق، اولین و آخرین عشق. خوبه آخرش به تو رسیدم، تو رو به دنیا نمیدم، تو رو دوست دارم شدیدم. این عشقه که من و تو خوشبختیم، توی دل هم رفتیم، عاشقای سرسختیم عشقم.
درود به همزبانان عزیزمون در سراسر دنیا. امیدوارم خوشحال و سلامت باشین هر جایی که هستی. دوستان یه تایم خوب با خانواده دوستان داشته باشین. جانور 19 ساعت 7 سیاتل لف کامیدی کلاب یادتون نره. ما با کیوان کامیدی اونجا هستیم واسه شو خیلی خوب. اگه سوالی دارید در اینستاگرام پیج ما رو چک کنید، یه دی ام بدید.
نیست که انقدر عاشقتم، نمیتونه قلبم از تو دور باشه، یکم کار دل این عشق. وای از دست دلم وای، هیچکی به غیر از تو به من انقدر نمیاد. میدونی که قلبم تو رو دوست داره زیاد، غیر از این از دستم کاری بر نمیاد. این عشقه که من و تو خوشبختیم، توی دل هم رفتیم، عاشقای سرسختیم عشقم. این عشقه که من و تو آرومیم، دیوونه بارونیم، لیلی و مجنونیم عشقم. این عشقه که من و تو خوشبختیم، توی دل هم رفتیم، عاشقای سرسختیم عشقم. این عشقه که تو رو من اساسی، دیوونه تو میشناسی، همونی که میخواستی عشقم. این عشقه
درود بر فارسی زبانان این کره خاکی. شما شنونده رادیو فارسی سیاتل هستید. امروز با شما خواهیم بود با خانم آنیشا مادهاک، کمدین هندی‌الاصل که به زبان فارسی هم آشنایی دارند. جوانی مستعد، کمدین شیرین زبان که نه تنها در استندآپ کمدی بلکه در زمینه هنر رقص و بازیگری هم دستی بر آتش دارند. در بخش دیگر امروز شنونده آهنگ‌های درخواستی شما هستیم. با ما باشید.
توی تک تک لحظه ها به فکرتم عزیزم، از همه دردامو من تو خودم بریزم. با یه همه رفتارات اون کارات آخه من موندم. خوب گوش بکن این دفعه این آهنگو واسه تو خوندم. تک و تنها توی این اتاق من حوصلم هی سر میره، دستم بی اختیار هی سمت این گوشی میره. میدونی بعد تو من بدون تو 100 بار مردم. آخه این همه راه رو واسه چشمات بگو کی میره. شبا با مرور خاطرات تو صبح میشه، از این علاقه مگه سر سوزنی کم میشه. از وقتی رفتی تنهایی واسه من بی حد شد، چی شد این آدم ساده تو دل تو مرتد شد؟ شبا با مرور خاطرات تو صبح میشه، از این علاقه مگه سر سوزنی کم میشه؟ از وقتی رفتی تنهایی مثل من بی حد شد، چی شد این آدم ساده تو دل تو مرتد شد؟ من حوصلم هی سر میره، دستم بی اختیار هی سمت این گوشی میره. میدونی بعد تو من بدون تو 100 بار مردم، آخه این همه راه رو واسه چشمات بگو کی میره؟ شبا با مرور خاطرات تو صبح میشه، از این علاقه مگه سر سوزنی کم میشه؟ از وقتی رفتی تنهایی مثل من بی حد شد، چی شد این آدم ساده تو دل تو مرتد شد؟ شبا با مرور خاطرات تو صبح میشه، از این علاقه مگه سر سوزنی کم میشه؟ از وقتی رفتی تنهایی مثل من بی حد شد، چی شد این آدم ساده تو دل تو مرتد شد؟
Hello. We have a comedian with us today over the phone, Aneesha Madhok.
Hey!
Thank you for being here. So to those who don't know what you do, you're a comedian and dancer, and you study in acting at the University of Southern California. That's right?
Yes, that's right.
And you speak Farsi and Spanish besides Hindi and English. How's that?
I یک زبان کافی نیست. That's what I believe, and I want to learn many languages, especially Farsi. من میخوام فارسی رو بگیرم.
But also Spanish, right? You speak Spanish too.
Yeah, I studied Spanish for 3 years in India. So I studied really hard, and I went online and made friends in Spain through this website where you can practice speaking with people. So I used to practice every single day when I came back from school to get fluent in it.
So do you ever mess up the languages when you speak like to someone, like going like Hindi to Farsi, Spanish to English? Did you ever like mess up the words, you know?
Yes, actually, it very commonly happens with me with Punjabi and Farsi. Because Punjabi and Farsi, the grammar structure is so similar that if I don't know a word in Punjabi, I try to think of that word in Farsi. It's like that part of my brain. So I always mix up Punjabi and Farsi.
So that's really cool because like a lot of people don't speak one, yeah. And do you pronounce your name right?
Yeah, it's Aneesha with 2 E's, so you smile when you say my name.
Yeah, Aneesha Madhok, right? How's your last name? Is it Madhok or a different way to pronounce it?
I actually myself don't know the right way to pronounce my last name. Like, in India people say Madhok, Persians say Madhok, Americans say Madhok. So I feel like whatever accent people say my name in, it sounds like that regional last name. I kind of just let people say it the way they want to say.
Oh, so when did you start stand-up comedy? When did you like went to comedy? You know?
Yeah, I started stand-up comedy when I was 18 years old. I'm 22 years old now. And I was a freshman at USC. And I grew up in a family where, you know, we used humor as a way to be resilient. And so humor was like a very important part of my life growing up. And at USC, I saw all these like sassy kids doing like comedy and improv, and it was something I'd never seen before in my life because I lived in India my whole life before moving to LA for USC. So it was so fascinating to me that I really wanted to try it out. So at first, in my freshman year, I auditioned for an improv group, and I didn't get in because I didn't even know how like improv even works in America. But that rejection made me work really hard to learn the structure of improv here in America and then stand-up comedy. And in my senior year, I became the president of the USC Stand-Up Comedy Club. So nothing is impossible.
Yeah, no, yeah. And going back to, you studied acting, but did you follow the acting? Did you went to like did you do the acting part, or you just went to comedy?
I did the acting part a lot. In my freshman year, I mean, all throughout college, I was in school plays. And the thing at USC is that not every theater student or acting major gets to be in the plays because everybody has to audition. So only a few kids make it to the school plays. So I was one of the few kids that made it to 2 plays in the same semester. So that gave me the encouragement that I have what it takes. It validated that. And so I went on to doing theater outside of USC. And then when I graduated from USC last year, I was in a play called Infidel. And from that play, I got seen by Bill McAdams, who made Gallows Road. And he cast me as the main lead in his upcoming film called Bully High. So I'm still acting too.
Oh, you still following, still doing it. Which one is your like main goal? To, like, be an actor or like be a comedian? Like, what's your like? Which one do you work on most?
My main goal is to be an actor, but here's when stand-up comedy helps me as a person and as an actor. I think that if someone personally can do comedy, then they can do drama easily, because comedy comes after us learning how to embrace pain. Like, then you can't make jokes without knowing what pain is. So comedy really helps me dig deeper in the craft of acting, and somehow, like, they both are kind of like the same thing eventually, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Knowing the stuff that is around what your goal is, that helps. Yeah, that's understandable. And so you start dancing too. How's that? There's like 2 different things. Like, how about dancing?
Oh yeah, dancing is a fun hobby for me. Like, I don't go to the gym. I love to dance. Man دوست دارم برقصم. I think I said it wrong, but
no, you said it right. Yeah.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yay. So when I was 4 years old, I found actually no, I started dancing when I was 2 years old. I'll be happy to share this video with you, but my mom caught me dancing and doing this these Persian dancing and belly dancing moves at the age of 2. It was really funny. I know. I still have that video. So
yeah,
if you want to share it out.
Yeah, share it to us. I'll post it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was, believe it or not, I'm probably sounding confident right now, but growing up, I was such a shy kid. It was so hard to get me to talk. If I had a crush on someone, or if I liked a boy and he was in front of me, I wouldn't be able to say a word. My cheeks would turn pink and everyone would know by my face, but I wouldn't say a word. So then dancing and being on stage was where I was my true self. I feel like when I would dance on stage, I could express myself and how I feel, and it was very liberating for me. So dancing has been a huge part of my life, and that's what got me into performing arts, and especially acting and comedy.
So that broke the ice of like being shy, and like you went up and like did the job that you wanted. That was your goal, and you reached it. And what was your most challenging situation that you had in like dancing, or like most like comedian, like stand-up comedy? What was it like challenging situation that you had?
Oh, it's so hard to choose because I have challenging situations every single day. There hasn't been a day where I haven't had a challenge. And I think for my personality, I do like challenges. So in dancing, my biggest challenge was in ballet. When I was doing ballet in India, it was very different than ballet here. I found it when I first started ballet here in America, my first semester was easy, but the second semester when I went on to level 2, it was so hard. It was so difficult that I had to practice extra hard. But then I think the practice paid off. It inspired me to write a story about a ballerina. So that's how I like overcame that. And then in comedy, you know, unfortunately in comedy, in the past, it was kind of known as a man's profession. A lot of women did not do comedy because
that's true.
It's true, right? Like in the past, that women were told to like only be seen and not heard. You know that phrase we've all heard. And then I just find that mindset is still there in some people who are older running comedy clubs. Now, obviously, I'm not going to run into these people all the time, but when I do, I can see that they prefer male comedians over female comedians. So,
and that's not good. Everyone have to have equal, and and that's good that you're like, you know, what you want and you're trying to reach it. That's good. And have you ever thought that you want to have your own like show like around like California, like your own show? Like,
yeah.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I have my own show. It's called the Madhok Monty Show. I run it with my co-host Monty Gear, who played Cole on the MTV show Awkward. So we both run this show, and our format is a little different. We try to book comedians under the age of 35 because in comedy they say it takes you 10 years to make it. So we find hilarious people under 35 who have this like natural wit, just like me and Monty. Like the way me and Monty grew up was in families that were always encouraging humor, and we grew up in the generation of memes. So it made us learn the structure of joke writing at an early stage in life. So we host a show and we give everybody an equal opportunity. We've had transgender comedians in our show. We've had male, female,
so you're trying to bring everyone.
You're trying to bring everyone to everyone, yeah.
Everyone. So have you ever thought that you want to have like a show in another state, like comedian, like stand-up comedy, and like here, Seattle, or you don't want to, or you didn't have to, like? I
would love to do a show in Seattle. That's somewhere I really want to go. Right now, I'm actually pitching a TV pilot to streaming services that has something to do with stand-up comedy. So me and my co-writer, Menachem Silverstein, who's a very successful comic, he's touring now, you know, with Tehran on Moncastry.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, I can't.
Tehran Moncastry is a half Persian, half African-American comedian. It's a very interesting mix. So my co-writer, Menachem, is touring with him, and so me and Menachem, we're pitching a show to streaming services about, just somewhat linked to stand-up comedy. So with Khoda's grace, hopefully that works out, and you'll see it all over the U.S.
Oh, that's cool. And hope you reach what you want. And if you ever want like if you want to have a show here and stuff, you should let us know. We work with Melissa Shoshai, if you know her. And right now we are working with Kayvon for January 19. And if you want, if you want to have a show here, welcome. And
I would love to. That would be amazing. Seattle, are you ready for me?
Ready, and you should have a show here. And thanks for being here. Thank you for being on our podcast. Do you want to tell anything to your fans that you're listening right now?
دوست دارم. It's 11:11 a.m. right now, so if anyone's listening right now, make a wish. I hope that everything that you all want comes true. And thank you so much for interviewing me. Vibe to دوست دارم.
Great. Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
من هنوز یادمه لحظه دیدن تو، مونده رو آینه ها عکس خندیدن تو، دختر ستاره پوش توی خواب روشنی، اگه دوری از چشام پشت پلکای منی، پشت پلکای منی. آبی چشمای تو مثل بارون بهار، با چشات معجزه کن آسمون رو جا بذار. آبی چشمای تو جلو چشمای منه، تو نگات وسوسه دل به دریا زدنه، دل به دریا زدنه. هنوز عاشقم، خنده هات مال منه، وقتی هستی حال کی بهتر از حال منه. تو چه خوب میدونی حال روزای منو، روبروی خنده هات خالی کن جای منو، خالی کن جای منو. آبی چشمای تو مثل بارون بهار، با چشات معجزه کن آسمون رو جا بذار. آبی چشمای تو جلو چشمای منه، تو نگات وسوسه دل به دریا زدنه، دل به دریا زدنه. نگرانمی هنوز وقتی بیقرارتم، نیستی و پیش منی دوری و کنارتم. نفسات رو میشنوم تو هنوز پشت دری، چی بگم وقتی خودت از دلم با خبری. آبی چشمای تو مثل بارون بهار، با چشمات معجزه کن آسمون رو جا بذار. آبی چشمای تو جلو چشمای منه، تو نگات وسوسه دل به دریا زدنه، دل به دریا زدنه.
حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر همه رو به خاطر تو پس زده، واسه یه رسوندن خودش به تو همه یه راه و نفس زده. حس خوبیه، حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر واسه انتخاب تو مصممه، دست تو بگیره و بهت بگه موندنش کنار تو مسلمه، حس خوبیه. تو همین لحظه که دلگیرم ازت، از همیشه به تو وابسته ترم. اگه حس خوب تو به من نبود، فکر عاشقی نمیزد به سرم. به من انگیزه ی زندگی بده تا دوباره حس کنم کنارمی. به دروغم شده دستامو بگی، الکی بگو که بیقرارمی، الکی. حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر همه رو به خاطر تو پس زده، واسه یه رسوندن خودش به تو همه یه راه و نفس زده. حس خوبیه، حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر واسه انتخاب تو مصممه، دست تو بگیره و بهت بگه موندنش کنار تو مسلمه، حس خوبیه. تو بودی که همیشه با نگاش لحظه های منو عاشقونه کرد. این منم که تو تموم لحظه هاش واسه عاشقی تو رو بهونه کرد. هرگز اون نگاه مهربون تو بی تفاوتی رو یاد من ندار. من پر از نیاز با تو بودنم، مگه میشه قلب من تو رو نخواد. حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر همه رو به خاطر تو پس زده، واسه یه رسوندن خودش به تو همه یه راه و نفس زده. حس خوبیه، حس خوبیه ببینی یه نفر واسه انتخاب تو مصممه، دست تو بگیره و بهت بگه موندنش کنار تو مسلمه. حس خوبیه.